All right, Tom, are you?
You are all set.
All right, so the meeting will come to order. It is 6:30 on March 16th, 2023. I got it right this month. Everyone in the audience, if you could just make sure you silence your cell phones. If we could please rise and just. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, so pretty straightforward agenda tonight. We have 2 appeals to hear, and we will decide whether or not to grant or deny those variances. So we're going to hear each of these separately. We don't have any board members missing, right? We are good. Okay. Have you all had a chance to review the minutes from last month?
Yes.
Does anybody have any questions? Claire, would you like to make a motion to approve them?
I make a motion to approve last month's minutes.
Okay, I'll second. All right, Warren seconds. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, motion carries. All right, legal notice for tonight's agenda was published. Can I get a motion to waive the reading of the notice?
Make a motion to waive the.
Warren, Carrie, you want a second?
A second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, at this time, I'll request a motion to open the public hearing on the first item on the agenda.
It's my turn. I make that motion.
Okay, KP,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, Derek, if you could come forward and just tell us what you're looking to do. You can just stand right there or maybe come up a little bit just so that these owl guys can hear you.
Which one?
Talking to the robot. So this is for agenda item number 4. Derek and Risa Farber Heath, 5126 Reese Circle in Fayetteville. They will need 1 side yard variance on the south side of 5 feet for the installation of a 16 by 32 foot in-ground pool. So if you could just tell us what you're looking to do and why you need the variance.
Yeah, we're installing a 16 by 32 foot pool. There's a steep slope to our yard, and this is the flattest portion, and it's also and so our retaining wall that we do need to build will be, I think 3 feet at the back edge. And that allows us not to having to put a foundation underneath the virgin soil. So, and we're gonna connect at the same elevation, our existing patio with the top of the pool. So the elevations work the best in that area without substantial work.
Can you pull up the overhead of that property? Just so that the board can see it. All right, so as you guys can see, it's right there in the middle of the screen. Their lots heavily wooded and like he said, there's quite a bit of grade change and a bunch of trees. You know, looking at it.
This is Reese's Circle.
Reese,
Reese
yep.
Circle.
Reese Circle.
You guys have any questions?
Of course, we got questions.
Fire away.
Go ahead, hit them up there.
I don't have any questions.
You don't have any questions?
No.
I don't have my notes here, but the pool, if I remember, was 20 feet off the side lot line.
This is off the rear that we're looking for the 5
Yeah,
foot there.
20 feet off the house, I think.
Where is it from the side?
It's written on your
15.
agenda there. The top one.
Yeah, we're going 15 off of the.
Yeah, they need it off.
South
this-
side.
The pool was
Yeah.
15 off the sideline.
Correct.
The house is about 20.
The pool's 20 from the house, correct.
Why didn't you line up the house and the pool? Make any difference?
It was just to make sure we can get it to the flattest elevation without having the retaining wall being too substantial. Because more you go to the north, it drops. So
Backyard, so, yeah, I see.
As you can see, if Tom pulls that picture back up to, there's the,
Yeah, there you go. It's
Oh, yeah,
140.
here's the survey
yeah.
that
Yeah.
shows it, and then here is the
There's a pretty significant drop on that one side.
over that way?
Yeah.
Okay, so on this lot,
That whole section of the road goes like that.
this sideline here, which is closest, no, that, keep coming, keep right there, that lot line right there, right? I don't know if that's the actual lot line, but roughly that side of the house.
Yeah, there's a old stone retaining wall.
Okay, and then how much you think it drops from this side to the other side? Just a rough guess.
From where you're, from the lot line to the other side.
Yeah,
Oh, boy,
wild guess,
12 feet?
12, yeah, that much, huh?
15, I think, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, on the, yeah. From our house is built up,
yeah,
and where Dr. Katz is, there's a original retaining wall between the two houses, which is very substantial as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
everything kind of,
Say,
I don't know if that helps you answer a little bit
yeah,
more detailed.
Actually, I do have a question. I'm just kind of curious, when I went to look at that.
Yep.
I'm
thank
wondering
you.
why the pool couldn't be closer to the house. You had it where you walked out to show me where the edge of the pool was. Why couldn't it be closer to the house?
it's really only about 4 feet off of where our existing patio is, just the way the flow works. But bring it closer, but we wanted a little bit more room for picnic area. And there's so much shade in that area too.
Between the wood deck and the pool, you've got an existing patio?
Yeah,
Oh,
which follows that same outline,
Just curious, because the rear, you had plenty of room in the rear.
and it just keeps going down, 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 so like. We felt that was a good break even.
all the neighbors were notified.
I didn't hear from
Yep,
anybody.
I spoke
Nobody?
to the O'Connors, my wife spoke to Dr. Katz.
Where are the O'Connor's property? It's relatively.
They are the southern neighbor, so 5130 and the next parcel right there.
There's no objections from anybody.
Do you have any questions?
No, I just.
What
I
what
think
was
it's a
the
pretty substantial
red
drop.
tape or something or next to, you had it strapped around the trees there, the front kind of. Does that indicate anything? As
What do you-
close as I got was I,
That's where you're gonna cut down the trees to get the pool in, right?
Yeah, we're debating if we're going to, we're not sure yet. When we moved in, that whole thing rolled.
you know.
Can they get the pool in without cutting those down?
The ones in the middle of the yard,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
it's just more of a grass area for my 3 young kids.
Right.
you, obviously, you know, you gotta put a fence around the pool,
It's there.
it's there. Are you gonna fence in the pool, you're gonna fence in the whole patio area?
Not sure yet.
Yeah,
At this point, the fence that we have is the whole property, it's 5 feet, it's code compliant now. I think we might have to do the swing gates, but
oh, yeah, but the, yeah,
I
any
just have
place,
to reverse.
any place you can get into that fenced in area, yeah.
Claire, do you have any
$1.
questions?
I don't have any questions.
Did you, on the right side of the house, I'm pretty sure I was able to walk right past into there. There wasn't, the fence didn't come up to the house, right?
Mhm.
It was open, right? You're gonna close that off, right?
On the south or the
As
north,
you face to the right of your garage.
that
I
is
think I
all
walked-
fenced in, that's all fenced in. There's an 8-foot gate on that side.
There was a gate?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure Tom will take care of it.
I believe I sent you, I have a 3-page write-up that I send to anybody who submits a pool permit,
It was received.
and I outline, because if they do enclose their home, then they gotta alarm their doors, and I let everybody know about the door alarm and all that, and give them notification
Yeah.
that if you don't enclose the pool, you're gonna have to alarm your doors and just to give them the heads up so they cannot win
Right.
benefits or.
That's the biggest thing that people have a problem with. Yeah, good.
I think I sent, yeah. I
Yeah,
sent that
yeah,
to you already, so.
I've got it. I've already looked at the alarms and everything.
Good. I'm all set.
Ladies, you were good?
Yeah.
Okay. Amy, you have any questions?
Nope.
Tom, is there anybody online?
There was not previously.
Okay. All right, can we get a motion to close the public comment?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All right, all in favor? Aye, opposed? Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go through the same 5 questions you answered in your application. So, the first question, whether the benefits of the applicant can be achieved by some other means, if there's another way to achieve it,
I don't think the way it drops off pretty significant.
without him having to put a significant retaining wall.
I mean,
I think it's a reasonable,
I think it's reasonable where he wants it placed.
yeah, and he's got good reasonable, reasons for it, not just.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, will the variance cause an undesirable change in the character of the neighborhood or the nearby properties?
No.
No.
Is the request substantial?
No.
5 feet?
No.
No.
I mean, we've got enough space around those houses where it doesn't really play into anything, so I think he's okay.
Okay. Whether the request will have an adverse physical or environmental effect on the neighborhood or surrounding areas.
No.
No,
All right, and then whether the need for the variance is self-created.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So now what we will do is the ZBA, after taking into consideration the above 5 factors, finds that the benefit to the applicant does outweigh the detriment to the neighborhood. ZBA further finds that a variance for 5 feet, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
is the minimum required variance. That should be granted in order to preserve and protect the character of the neighborhood and the health, safety, and welfare of the community. And there's an agreement that there is no significant impact on the environment. Therefore, I propose a type 2 action on seeker and no further review is required. So based upon that, would someone like to make a motion to grant or deny the variance for this applicant?
I'll make a motion. Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that the zoning board grants an area variance to Derek Heath and Riza Farber Heath for the property located at 5126 Reese Circle, Fayetteville, New York. You want me to read the tax ID? Tax ID 093-04-18.1. This variance is being granted for the purpose of permitting the construction of the installation of a 16 by 32 in-ground pool with an existing side yard setback of 15 feet. They will need a variance of 5 feet to meet the required 20 feet side yard setback.
Okay,
I'll second.
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, motion carries. Congratulations, Derek. Hope your kids have fun with it this summer. Hopefully they get it in for you this summer. They will be reaching out to you, right? What? No, just so he knows the next steps.
The next steps will be, you're gonna contact planning and development.
And it'll be a couple days until the permit's issued. When we get all the proper paperwork in the folder.
thank you.
There you can have that back. And you're all set. Congrats. All right. Now, next agenda item is for Zach and Evelyn. Is it Kada? Kada, okay, sorry. On 17 Wheeler Ave, Fayetteville, New York, they will need 1 front yard variance of 12 feet to install a 16 by 34 in-ground pool. Can we get a motion to open the public hearing on this one?
I'll make a motion to open the public hearing.
Claire, you want a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right. Hello, sir.
How are you doing?
Good. So if you want to just kind kind of like you just did, just tell us, what they're looking to do and why they're looking to put it where they're.
Sure, so my name's for what's worth, my name's Alex Fisher, I'm an attorney, local attorney in Syracuse, I'm appearing on behalf of Zach Cada and his wife Evelyn. They had to actually leave town for business, so he called me in to appear on his behalf. If you saw the map that was within your materials, it's a bit of an odd lot, it's a corner lot. And because of that, there's actually two front yards, if you will, a side yard and a rear yard, okay? Although what they would define as the front yard where the pool is being put, in the reality, it's a side yard, okay? Just because of the definitions, it qualifies as a front yard, so therefore they need the setback. If it was a side yard, the setback or the variance wouldn't even be needed, based upon my measurements. It's because it's a corner lot. So that was what led to the definition of it. Instead of being a side yard, it's actually deemed a front yard where they're looking to put the pool.
And their rear yard is only this one.
The rear yard is about from here to here.
feet wide, right?
Exactly, something like that. So there's no other place to put it other than where they're putting it. He's also going to be putting up privacy trees along the road frontage as well, so that it, further hides the pool.
Yep, he actually, those are already up.
Those are up already.
Yeah, he did that first, that row.
Even better. He
Yeah,
didn't,
they've
he
been
didn't
up.
confirm with me that was done.
They've been up, I think, the last couple of weeks. I noticed it when I drove by looking at it.
Yeah, so that's the property. The side yard, front yard is the one south or to the right, and exactly right where the mouth pointer is. So he's already put up trees along the road to add more privacy. And again, I think a large part of this is if it was deemed a side yard, not a front yard, there wouldn't be a variance issue here.
That spot where he's putting it to, so there's a septic on that side, correct?
There is.
And where he wants it is away from the leach field, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
How far away from the leach field?
So I don't have the exact measurements, but if you can approximate it, if this is the pool, the leach field, to my knowledge, is right here, it goes this way. If this is 28 feet here, that's 37, if the leach field right there, you're probably looking at least about 30 feet from it.
And then he wants to put it on this side of the house because on the other side, there's like a 30-degree grade.
Yeah, it goes straight uphill.
Yeah,
I've rolled a bunch of tires up it myself.
it'd be a lot of work to grade that out and get it in on that side too.
Well, you'd also have to put a retaining wall in.
Yeah. Especially with a big house next to it that they're building.
And that's what I was just gonna say, I'm not sure the next door neighbors would care too much for that either.
Right, because he backs up not only to the house that is doing the addition, but then the other house that's getting the big stone house, right? That's getting with the
Which
fences up
would
front,
be to the, up there where it says hill.
the other side of that.
So right up on the other side of that is where they're doing the whole remodel.
That big
I think that's
remodel,
the
yeah.
remodel. And on the other side, to our left right here behind,
That one's getting an addition that we just.
is
approved.
that's the guy who owns the York.
Yeah, that was just
That guy.
approved like 2 months ago.
Yeah, so they're good friends, they're neighbors,
Yeah. No, he was very kind when we talked to him about this other one, and
good guy.
yeah. But no, my just looking at it based on the slope of that other side, he's got it in really the only spot that he has to put it in. We'll start with you, Claire. Do you have any questions?
I do not have any questions.
Jerry?
Nope.
Warren?
Nope.
Well, I'm not.
Come on, ask him.
There's really no, the other part is that other side where, and it's hill, and like you have to build some grading
Yeah,
and
we just
retention
wanted
wall.
to-
Oh,
Yeah, and I asked your question.
It's kind of important.
It's a very important
That
question.
is a very important question, absolutely.
Yeah. But aside
I
from
mean, even
that,
from like a financing standpoint, when he goes to sell, some lenders don't want to see a leach field that close to a pool.
But,
I wouldn't want to swim in pool in that, but hey, that's just me.
well, I mean, it could leak.
Right. Either
you
way,
know, So you may gotta make sure you're
yeah,
apart.
exactly.
And I'm sure Tom has also sent.
I
Yeah.
generally send them when we have the permit conversation, so sometimes if they weren't to get the variance, but I always make them sign or send an email stating that they read, received, and don't have any questions regarding the
Yeah.
barrier.
So Alex, he's putting a fence around it too, is required. right?
Correct.
Now, that was my question when we talked about it previously is. So the tree line is fine with the right of way?
I was going to ask that, I haven't seen the tree, I didn't see the tree line. I didn't know,
It's-
my thought more was.
It's back,
if
what,
it's-
A few feet from, yeah.
probably
Yeah, it's
8
back.
feet or so, 8
Is
to 10 feet.
it gonna be under the
Off the paper.
Perpetual national grid
Got a
when they
photo.
grow tall enough to need to be trimmed by them?
I don't know,
Yeah,
Well, yeah, they
They
gotta
get
be
in the
off
way.
the- Yeah,
yeah.
Good.
I mean, right now they're this tall,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a good.
The
question.
trees are right along.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're back about 8 foot from the road.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the point.
are you
And-
talking about?
And we asked,
Road, just-
Jamie, we asked about this too when we had our meeting.
How long it take for those
It's a
trees to
deeded
grow?
road because we asked Rob.
10 years.
So we made sure that that was fine too, that we weren't,
Yeah, Tim and Rob spoke about that.
yeah.
What's the
And
other road?
it's the private road.
Yeah. But we wanted to make sure, Claire, that it was far enough back from, because of the way that corner is too.
From the right of way for the National Grid? Is that right?
Well, no,
Well,
just far enough back too from the town, from the road standpoint too.
Oh, okay.
Because you are on a corner, so you want to make sure that all that's considered, that you're not putting anything up that's gonna impede on someone's visibility when they're making
Sure.
a turn.
How's the,
Yeah.
because he's this side of the leach field and so on, how is he in relation to the rear
Mhm.
line? Is he
More,
okay on that?
more than fine. Yeah, oh, yeah,
Yeah, we're looking at 46 feet.
yeah, yeah, you're plenty fine.
46 feet off the
Off the
rear?
rear line.
Yes.
Okay,
It's like a
Oh.
weird little trapezoid, the shape of this,
right.
almost said
I'm
wrong.
thinking of the guy's trees, if we were gonna. You know, he's gotta trim his trees to get that addition in
Oh, yeah, no, it won't impede on it.
and.
It's far enough away.
Or that's still up near.
Yeah, and he was only, the gentleman on the other side was only trimming them on his side.
His side,
So that he had, because all he was doing was it was getting him a little bit extra clearance.
around the house or something.
Uh-huh.
Going that little pocket.
Yeah.
Looks like it's-
Not anything that's gonna affect them.
Is that this?
He just had it trimmed back. There's some branches on his side that had grown,
Yeah. When he put
That way.
when he put that brush there.
so.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm all set.
any questions online?
There was nobody last time, there's no one.
Okay. All right, can I get a motion
No
to?
riveting, yeah.
Super excited.
Make a motion to close the public hearing.
All right. Carrie, you want a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, so now we'll go through the 5 questions ourselves. You can sit back down if you want to. All right, question number 1, whether the benefit of the applicant can be achieved by any other means?
Mm,
Not
No.
really.
Not really, no.
No,
Pretty tight on a lot there and it's.
and I think he's considered all
Just
the
about all.
variables, yeah,
This leach field,
Can't move the leach field.
the whole thing.
no,
I don't know that you want it closer to the road anyways.
no. Oh, I think he's got it in a good spot, and the other side would just be. Would be difficult.
You won't have to worry about leaves going in the pool,
That's the goal.
unlike the previous.
Yeah,
There's a lot of trees.
Oh,
there are a lot, that's true.
Yeah, it's like getting the leaves out of the pool.
So, all right, question number 2. Will this variance cause an undesirable change in the character of the neighborhood or the nearby properties? No. There's plenty of other ones that have pools and I think he's doing a good job to put that tree line in and things to. There are a lot of those lots are kind of private. The way that they're,
Yeah,
the one across from him has some big hedgerows too.
definitely.
All right, is the request substantial?
Yeah. You think?
I think so.
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well, I think it's substantial too on just where it's being placed.
yeah.
yeah,
All right, whether the request will have an adverse physical or environmental effect on the neighborhood or surrounding areas?
No.
no,
No. And then whether the need for the variance is self-created?
yes.
yeah.
Yep,
One in the pool.
that's true. All right.
No.
Um, All right, so the ZBA, after taking into consideration the above 5 factors, finds that the benefit of the applicant does outweigh the detriment to the neighborhood or community. ZBA further finds that a variance for this is 12 feet, right? Yeah. 12 feet is the minimum variance that would be granted in order to preserve and protect the character of the neighborhood and the health, safety, and welfare of the community. So there's an agreement that there's no significant impact on the environment. Therefore, I propose a type 2 action on secret and no further review is required. May I get a motion?
I motion, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that the zoning board grants an area variance to Zachary and Evelyn Cada for the property located at 17 Wheeler Ave, Fayetteville, New York, tax map ID 094-.03-09-0. The variance is being granted for the purpose of permitting the construction of the installation of a 16 by 34 in-ground pool with an existing front yard setback of 28 feet. They will need a variance of 12 feet to meet the required 40 feet front yard.
Just want to add, what's the name of the side street?
Meadow.
Meadow,
Oh, so it'd be a variance off of Meadow,
right.
just to clarify.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Yeah, and actually it's on the agenda. It's got metal.
oh,
So
Front yard setback
she
of
identified that.
28 feet.
Debbie was one step ahead of you.
of course he is. Otherwise, he's in charge.
She's the boss. All right, all in favor?
We need a second.
Oh, wait,
We
you
need
did
a
second. That's right. Sorry.
Okay.
Warren second.
Thank
All in favor? Aye. Opposed. All right. Let your clients know they are all set to build their pool.
Thank you, gentlemen and ladies.
Absolutely. All right, and then the next agenda item was for an interpretation for the Twin Lakes property, but that has
I'm
been.
sorry to interrupt, folks. So my client, we can expect to hear from you in a, a week or so.
Yeah.
regarding the permit.
Absolutely.
Very good.
Alex, have a good night.
Thank you, guys. Take care. See you around, Jamie.
Take care, Alex.
All right, so just real quick, so we have it on the public record. So the last agenda item, well, not last, but agenda item number 6. So it's been adjourned to the April 20th meeting. This was a requested zoning board interpretation of the term usable district space pursuant to town code 155-49. This has been moved to the next meeting, and we'll have more information on it, so. Any other business?
Question.
Did everybody have a bunch of fun at the planning symposium that attended?
Oh, I did.
Do you want us to turn?
Oh,
those to-
I missed it.
Okay, so it
My emergency.
was, Tim and Joe did a great job.
Turn mine in. Yeah.
Well, too.
I got,
No, you didn't get
I'll send you mine.
I'll send you. I forgot the grant.
Okay.
Okay.
Question.
Did we need to resign?
I'm sorry.
You just need to hand in your, you have to resign your oath. I don't.
I think we have to do that every year. I think we have to resign our.
Allison does that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's, I don't, you don't have to, I do, because I have to do it anyway.
Because you're on a-
This for a number of years.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
you're here for a
Locked-
while.
I'm locked in.
the chair is the one that has to do it on an annual basis after their appointment.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
What happened to the, is that still up in the air? They went to the, brain dead here.
The solar
Yeah,
that went to the planning board?
the solar panels over here on the dump.
It's still up in the air.
Yeah, there's nothing happening.
It hasn't moved forward. It was still in legal proceedings and back and forth, so I think as of right now, Tom, it's still. They haven't moved forward on anything.
I haven't seen anything besides some polls in regards to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last was that they had, whether they had a lawsuit, 78,
Yep.
right?
Yes. That was it.
And if they,
It's still-
is it gone to court, is it?
It's not finalized
No.
yet.
It has gone to the judge. It's
Yes.
under his consideration.
Correct,
Yes.
Oh, it's in his hands.
correct.
We haven't heard back from the judge yet.
Correct.
No.
And any idea when that might be?
You
Uh,
never ask the judge.
No, and it's beyond our purview at this point in time,
Yeah.
so,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
but good question. May I get a motion to adjourn? Warren, I know you want to raise that hand.
I think a motion to adjourn.
Okay,
A second.
Claire, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Everyone have a terrific evening. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Tom?
Yeah.
If